So I know it's been a minute since I filmed a video, and in honor of it to be the start of fall, we are gonna wear the flannel even though it is 80 degrees out in Florida. And I wanna share with you guys today some of my favorites of the month. So these items are just literally staple items that I cannot live without through the month of August. It's when I basically discovered all of these. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start with the food items first. And actually this has been a favorite for a long time, not just in August, but this is the Zevia or Zevia. I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically it is a 0-calorie sparkling, it's like an alternative to soda, except it's sweetened with stevia instead of things like aspartame and artificial sweeteners. This is the ginger root beer flavor. I like it a lot. It doesn't taste exactly like normal root beer, but it is a very similar flavor, and it kind of has more of a natural taste to it. So if you don't mind those things, then I really would suggest trying these out. When I'm filming this, which is first Wednesday of September, they are on sale at Fresh Market. I don't know if they will be by the time this is up or by the time you're seeing this video. And this lighting's a little bit better. I spent all this money on a ring light, so I figure I better use it. The next thing I want to get into is coffee. Okay, take two. Now that I have my ring light here, this is starting to come together a little bit better. So the other thing that I want to talk about is this coffee, which is, it's ground coffee. And what I started to do is I bought a cold brew maker basically, so you can just go on Amazon literally for like $12, maybe $20, and find a little pot that has a it has like a little thing that you put the coffee grains in, and then you let it brew in cold water in the fridge for 24 hours, and basically you have cold coffee, which I love because it's hard drinking hot coffee when you live in Florida because it is so hot out. It's just not ideal to drink hot things. This is decaffeinated, but I bought the caffeinated one. So, well, I have both because I'm gonna cycle on and off of caffeine. But this is the cinnamon hazelnut cream flavor. It is Culinary Coffee Roasters Ground. So it's actually made in Stuart, Florida, but if you live in Florida, they sell it at Publix, I believe. I would 10 out of 10 recommend getting this, and if you don't live in Florida, find a friend that lives in Florida who will buy this and send it to you because it tastes so good. I cannot drink black coffee at all. Like, to me, just black coffee is disgusting, but this stuff has so much flavor that I literally add like 1 tablespoon of cream or almond milk and I'm good. It's amazing. So you'll end up saving the calories on the cream and the sugar, and it just has so much flavor. It tastes unreal. Another thing that might be kind of weird, but I am super into, is dates. And I saw they had pumpkin spice dates at the grocery store. Make all the white girl jokes you want, I don't even care. Honestly, these are so good. If you like dates and you like pecans and like a pumpkin-y flavor, these are amazing. Dates are a little bit higher in sugar and higher in carbs. They don't really have any fat. These have 2 grams of fat, 13 carbs, 10 grams of sugar total, and 0 protein. I like these like pre-workout as a little snack because obviously they're really tiny. So it's a good way to not really fill up your stomach like with tons of volume, but get a good amount of calories in, because I don't like to work out when I feel like I just ate a high volume meal. Like, I don't really eat a salad pre-workout because personally I get a little bit too bloated and it's just uncomfortable to work out with that for me. So I stick with things like fruits with protein sources and things like that, just to keep it more dense and a tinier sized meal in my stomach. So something like this is great for that, or just a treat. They're really good. Plantain chips, but they're actually made with, they're made with coconut oil, that's why. So basically plantains are just like dried up bananas, but these have the perfect amount of saltiness and sweetness, in my opinion, because I'm somebody where I really have been craving salty things as of late, and this has just the perfect amount of both, where it doesn't feel like it's overly sweet and it's not overly salty. And I think these are great. You could crumble them up and put it on some yogurt, or crumble it up and add it to granola. eat them plain out of the bag like I've been doing, there's nothing wrong with that. No shame in that. And I think they're just a great alternative to potato chips. Moving into the skincare section, this is for men and women. I'll start with the stuff for men and women. The first thing that I have been in love with is the La Roche-Posay Cooling Water Sunscreen Lotion. I don't know if you can see this or not. I got this stuff on Amazon. It's a little bit expensive. I think it's like somewhere in the $20–30 range, but you get a lot and you only need a tiny bit. I use this primarily for my face, neck, and like décolleté area. But it is just amazing. It is so hydrating, but it does not make me break out. And I have extremely acne prone skin. Like, your girl is about to go on Accutane this month. I'm getting all my blood work and pregnancy tests done, which is so much fun. I am somebody like, I mean, everybody's skin is different, yes, but this does not make me break out, which says a lot, because I had been using the Dermalogica sunscreen for a very long time before I switched to this, and I didn't even realize it was really making my breakouts worse until I switched to this and they started to, you know, simmer down some. Still have acne, but they started to calm down some. So this stuff is amazing, and it is SPF 60, I believe. Yeah, SPF 60. And they also make different ones if you want like a matte satin finish versus this gives you more of a dewy, glowy skin finish, which I love, but for some people who have really oily skin, they probably don't want that, and you could go for the more satin matte finish one. The Dermalogica Sebum Clearing Mask. This is intense and this is insane and it works. I will put this over a breakout. It says use 1 to 3 times per week. I'm not gonna lie, I spot treat this with this almost every single day. And I just find that it really helps to dry out and shrink the active breakout. So it doesn't burn at all. I like Dermalogica because they often incorporate other botanicals and like tea tree oil and different things in it, which have aspects of like kind of healing the skin as well. So I personally love this mask. It is super expensive. It is like $45, but honest to God, you really just need a tiny dab and spot it on and you're good. I've had this for at least 3 to 4 months and I am nowhere near done with it. You can use this thing for a very long time. It is worth the investment. The last product for men and women is the TED Skin Solution. It's kind of hard to see, I'm so sorry. But this stuff is amazing. If you are somebody who gets razor bumps after shaving or waxing, this is the one that's like a roller ball. So you can roll it on like your armpits or your bikini line or wherever you get razor bumps or anything. And it will literally work miracles. I use it morning and night. Obviously after I shave, obviously like before I put deodorant on and stuff, before I put on my jeans, if you get chafing, and it has helped me tremendously. I used to get really bad ingrowns on my armpits. I'm just somebody, I'm Italian and Irish, so I have thick dark hair, and for me like shaving and waxing always results in ingrowns, and I hated my armpits. They always had razor bumps. I would show you guys right now if I didn't have this shirt on, but I really have like no razor bumps at all, and it is amazing. Like I'm so confident in going like this now. This product has honestly like really changed my life. I'm not gonna even front, not lying. It is amazing. This one was, the little one is $16. They have a bigger bottle of the solution for $30 at Ulta, and you can take like a cloth and dab it on, which that's for sanitary reasons. I would say that's probably the best way to go. I just wasn't ready to spend $30. I wanted to make sure I still liked it, but I'm obsessed and I love it and it is amazing. So I will 100% be going back and getting it in the bigger bottle. For my girls out there, if you are somebody who likes full coverage makeup, which I do, I like to catfish people into thinking I don't have really bad acne and a lot of discoloration. And here are the things that I use to do that. I use the Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation. It smells like paint. I do not like the smell. The smell made me nervous. The smell, when I put it on at first, made me think, oh my God, this is gonna break me out. This is gonna be so bad. But it did not. This stuff has been a miracle. It covers everything and I love it. And what I do is I mix it with the CYO Life Proof Foundation. So this has more of like a hydrating, dewy mix, and this is much more matte. But when I mix the two, it gives my skin, well, it matches my skin shade much more. And it also just gives my skin like a nice, soft skin look. It doesn't really look super, super cakey, and it lasts so long. I can go in the gym, sweat, I can do cardio and still leave with all my makeup on my face, which is amazing. That is what I want. I'm here for the catfishing. Moving into clothing. If you are a fit chick, you already know who Buff Bunny is, I am sure. Heidi Summers, she's the cutest thing ever. And she came out with her own clothing line. A lot of the products I haven't tried. This is the only thing I have, these crop tops. I am a size large in these, but I have a very wide back. So for me, it only makes sense to get the large because I do have an extremely wide back. But these crop tops, you guys, are so flattering and so cute. They fit perfectly. They just hug you in all the right places. The material is like, honestly, it's amazing. It's kind of like a Lululemon dupe, I would say, for some of their stuff. I actually like it more than Lululemon, and they're like $25. I think they're like anywhere from 25 to 30. So this one I got on sale for, I don't know, like 20 or something. This is like a green shade. And then I also have it in this gray one, which I think I paid full price for this one, but I just love it. Like, the logo's cute. For some reason, it reminds me of like a Playboy magazine thing because the bunny. So sometimes it throws me off, but honestly, I think that's just me being weird. And I have it in white. It actually says Buff Bunny Collection on this in like a faint white, but it's not picking up in the camera. Except I did get a stain on here from a dumbbell that was like hella dirty, and I can't seem to get it out, which is super frustrating. I'm gonna have to just try and like throw it in with some bleach and hope for the best. But yeah, literally 3 colors in these crop tops because they're just such a staple. And they're a very flattering fit in the front. I find with a lot of crop tops that are athletic style, they kind of cut too short into me and then they push, and I feel like through here, like my shoulder, my front delt area will like pudge out and look gross, so I don't really vibe with those. These don't do that at all. They're very high coverage, so you're not gonna have to worry about your like boobs falling out or anything, but they're still very flattering, which is huge because I'll go into the gym some days and I'm like, God, I feel like a teenage boy in my outfit or something. And it really, like, to me, I don't know, I'm somebody where if you feel like you look good, you feel better about things. I don't know, that's just me. I've always been somebody where I like to put myself together for things because when I feel like I look good, I just feel better. There's like a saying for that, look good, feel good. I don't know it, but if you know it, please comment it below because this is really gonna annoy me, but you know what I mean? Like, whenever you put yourself together, you're in an outfit that you like, you walk around feeling a little bit better. The last item. So I just have to say, I used to not care about shoes at all. Like, I owned 1 pair of Nike Metcons and then like a pair of Converse, and that was it. And for some reason, I think it's because of the last guy I dated, he had like really nice shoes and he got me into shoes. I have this obsession with sneakers. I am turning into a sneakerhead, and I would be a sneakerhead by now, no doubt, if shoes weren't so expensive. I actually got these Nike Air Max. Okay, maybe like a newbie sneakerhead because I don't remember what these are called exactly. But I got them at the outlet mall where I live for literally like, I think they were $60, and then my family was in the military, so we used a military discount because you can do that there. So it was probably like 10% off. But I love these shoes. If you have wide feet, these they don't squish my foot, but they just make my foot look more narrow, which I like. I cannot stand when sneakers make my foot just look super wide and fat and like clown shoe. I cannot stand that. But these have like a nice raise through here. I just think they look like a super clean sneaker, and I'm in love with them. We'll see how long I can keep them white. That is the True Tap. I think for the price, obviously it's a really good price, and they have them in black from what I've seen. They probably have tons of other colors I don't know about. I know they have way more styles in this shoe as well. I just don't know all the specifics. So that is all that I have for this video today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my August favorites. And if you have anything that you were obsessed with over the last month or the beginning of this month, I want to hear about it. So please comment below and we can all share, you know, some of the things that we're just loving. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you as always for watching. Bye.